All right, welcome everyone. You are watching the 2025 Olhausen Raxx Mezz Invitational, and we have a 2 o'clock match between Bojana Sarac and Ching. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. We're going to use her American name. So thank you. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond. I am the host of this show. My co-host will be Ada Leo for this match, but she is still currently competing. So while we wait for the score to be started, and it looks like it has been, or it should have been. While we wait for that, we'll talk a little bit about what we're doing here. These are the match rules for this event. They're going to lag for the first break. It's an alternate break format. The 9-ball doesn't count on the break in the bottom 2 pockets. 9-ball on the spot. No break box. The opponent racks. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and this is cue ball fouls only. So it looks as though we not have. She has a good starting shot on the 1. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Trying to get myself acclimated. I left and had to play a match, and it's always strange for me when someone else does the first match of the tournament because I'm not quite settled when I come in. I'm not, I haven't done the first match, gotten myself acclimated. So for me, this is my first match. Hey, Politico, what's happening? Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a nice match here. So Biana was the Tour Championship winner in Wisconsin last year, our very last event of 2024. So she went out with a bang. Trying to find these ladies' bio sheets. Make sure I can give you guys a little information about them. Obviously, we know we're very familiar with Bojana, but with Pearl, I am not. So it looks like it's Shui Ching. I think that's how you say it. We're going to call her Pearl just to make life easier. Hi, Katina. Thank you for tuning in. So Ching is from Taiwan. She resides in New Taipei City. Her first WPBA event was last year at the Soaring Eagle. Her highest ranking within the WPA is 23. Her current WPBA ranking is 75. She's sponsored by How Cues, How Tips, Formosa Plastics Group, Wang Jianying Social Welfare Foundation. She also plays with a How Cue using How Tips, an Atom Jump Cue, and a Predator BK Rush for breaking. So it looks like she may have an opportunity here on a 4-9 combination. She's going to drag the cue ball forward for just in case purposes, getting this cue ball down to this short rail. She's very successful at that. So Bojana, this is Bojana's first up, real big up to the table that we're going to be able to watch. She currently resides in Switzerland, but she was born in Serbia. Her first WPBA event was the WPBA Puerto Rico Women's Open in 2022. Her highest ranking is her current ranking at 21. She's a Longoni sponsored player. She plays with all Longoni cues, which if you guys aren't familiar with that, that's Niels Fayen's company. And they're pretty amazing overseas. She is the winner of the 2024 WPBA Dr. Pool Jacoby Tour. She's also a Euro Tour winner. She won the Mezz Spain Open. She got second place in Austria for the Predator Open, third place in Germany for the Predator Open, and she got third place in the European Championships for 10-ball. So Bojana's young but very, very powerful. All right, nice combination to get herself rolling there. This rack looks pretty good. The one thing she's just going to have to be careful of is how she decides how she wants to get from the 5 to the 7. Okay, so she's going to leave herself some angle there. I don't know if she's going to try to play it clean, just 2 rails across, trying to stay tight to the left long rail, or if she's going to try to play it with some high left hand spin and come 2 rails out. I'd be nervous about that. It might not catch the window, or she may actually go a little long and bump the 8. We'll see how she chooses to play this. Looks like she's going to avoid that and just play for more of a speed shot. Be very mindful of the speed. Oh, if she bumps the 8, she's in trouble. Oh, I think she just snuck her out there. Now she's in another position where if she plays this with follow, she's likely to bump the 9. She's going to be mindful. She wants to play this with enough pace that if she does bump the 9, hopefully the cue ball will come back up. I don't think she can draw around it. She's looking at it. Maybe she can draw past it. So she would put a little draw on this and slide past the 9, dragging it past the 9, trying to catch the rail and come 2 rails out. Okay, so she was able to miss the whole thing. That's beautiful. What a beautiful shot. All right, so with just enough speed, she got to the right side of the 9. All right, there you have it, taking rack 1. So these ladies are racking with the 9 on the spot. And I will say, because we're doing opponent rack, it took me a second. I kept trying to, every time it was my rack, I would forget to get up and go rack for my opponent. And I was like, this is not working. Like, I'm forgetting. Like, it's such a difference from what we were used to that that is definitely taken me some time to get acclimated to all of that. Right out of the gate, I won the lag and then was like standing there. Like when she went to go rack the balls, I was like, wait a minute, I won the lag. It should be my break. And then brain fart, you know. Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh my goodness, I survived a very, very difficult match there. I was really struggling, and then I just bared down and fought my way to win.
Oh, well, everyone, just so you guys know, Miss Ada Leo has managed to make it into the booth with us after her tough grinding first round match.
Thank you. So nice to see everybody in the chats.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting the WPBA and having, fans watching. It's so exciting. We actually have quite a crowd here at Raxx. So nice to see everyone online and in person.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We're pretty lucky to have such a good following. All right, so we're kind of just checking out what's going on here. They just got started. Now, although the score has not been updated, Pearl has won rack 1, so she's 1-0.
Yeah, Pearl's a very strong shooter. I really enjoyed her matchup in Las Vegas with Max Lechner. So that was really fun to watch them play together. And I'm so glad to see all these events happening for pool players. And we get to see different formats, different matchups, and always cool to see the chemistry between a team.
It is fun. Pat Hickok said, Ada, jail time Leo in the booth.
Pat knows me so well. I'm looking for those great safeties where people can't do much because they're in jail.
They are. We are. Hi, Jude. I promise you I did not forget you. I owe him something. Between Jude and I, but I owe him something and I'm going to send it to him. I've got it already put in a box. I just haven't shipped it.
Well,
So,
there was a comment in the chat about the ladies having to grind the first round matches. These tables are very difficult. They recloth them. They're so slidey and they're so unforgiving. If you try to power something in and you don't aim it correctly, my goodness. So it basically took me most of my match to kind of get the speed of the table. So I think a lot of the players are experiencing the same thing.
yeah, I think there's some definitely some acclimation time. That's my favorite word today.
Acclimation time. Wow. Word of the day.
Yeah, that's my word. All right, so there was a decent safety attempt, although I think Pearl has the edge of the two. Shouldn't be a problem finding another jail time safety. Depending on her preference, I would probably think that she could thin this to bank it to the bottom short rail and bring the cue ball around 2 rails under the 8. That might be a little too creative for a first round matchup. We'll see. It's a little early, so some of the girls may be a little more timid than they'll be in about 5 rounds. So she opts, so she might get fortunate here. She might get fortunate. Oh, and it sets up right in the pocket. Oh. So Biana has, what do you think here, Ada? Do you think, I mean, obviously she's probably playing a safety, but what if she goes offensive at it and tries to knock the 9 in?
That's very gutsy, especially early rounds. These ladies didn't get a chance to warm up much. The previous live stream match pretty much went over time, so I'm thinking she's going conservative. Oh, she was like, I'm going aggressive.
Ada might owe me a Coke.
A coffee?
I love coffees. All right, so great shot by Biana. Although it didn't work out real well, I think she would have preferred to be under the 3. But she might have an opportunity here. She may have an opportunity to try to knock the 9 in here.
She might be able to bank this 3 into the 9 if she's feeling creative. Or she could play safe. Maybe she'll snuggle up against the 7.
And to be fair, the combination may be a little better than we realize, but that's a little bit off.
Oh, she might be able to cut it into the combo. I don't know. Tough to see from this view.
Oh, she knocks the 9 in. That a girl.
Wow.
Good shot. Lots of fun stuff.
We like fun stuff here. I think it makes for good live stream coverage and excites the audience. We want exciting things for everybody. Did we read the bios?
I did. I already went through them. I definitely made sure I got them out because I knew that you were coming, and if I wasn't on point, Ada would let me have it, so I was making sure.
Well, I'm sure you're very on point with the pronunciation of these international ladies, too.
I am not. That part I'm not, but I'm getting better.
I actually was very impressed with Dean's pronunciation of Bojana's name today.
Yeah,
He nearly got it perfect.
he is getting it. He's trying.
He
I
is.
definitely think he's trying. It's not easy, right? Like to learn all these different names, especially if it's not something you typically do.
We've got some early predictions in the chat. We will see. I mean, we've got some 64 tough ladies in this field. So, you know, world champions, European champions, Asian champions. I mean, my goodness. Anything can happen.
Aw, that's nice. Pearl's mom said she wants to say hi. Wish her the best of luck. That's sweet.
Is this Pearl's first WPBA event?
No, I don't think it is. I think no, actually, her first was, she played in Soaring Eagle last year.
All right. Yeah, we did have a lot of international ladies representing at Soaring Eagle, and I think that, you know, this players list is looking up for this year's Soaring Eagles, looking very international as well. So Watch out for a really great pool coming up next month. We're already in May. Can you believe that? May 1st.
It just feels like it's flying by. All right, so it looks as though she's sat pretty well on this two. She probably just roll it forward. It looks as though that's the angle. She could play short side on the three.
Oh, look, we have Kelly Fisher superfan, Carly McGee. Hello. So good to see you on the chat.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, she tried to force an angle there. That's why I liked playing to the short side of the three, because I felt as though forcing the angle could be disastrous, and it actually kind of worked out. She got pretty fortunate.
I also felt like her stroke wasn't pure. She kind of had a little bit of a jerkiness at the end. It wasn't as smooth as I normally see her.
Absolutely. Well, and you gotta remember too that this is their first round.
Yeah,
Like we've already been through all these little fixes, these little nuancy stuff we had to fix in the process of our match. So they're going through exactly what we just went through in our last
I
round.
know what you mean. It was like 6-2. I was down, and then I all of a sudden was like, I can't go down without a fight. I need to at least show up and make it competitive.
Absolutely.
Carly McGee, I'm waiting for an invite. We will see what happens if I can get to Green Bay. They're still selecting the players for that event.
All right, so she does have the edge of the two. Oh, she had more than the edge of the two. She just about made it. Great shot. Yeah, you can follow along with the brackets at digitalpool.com. You can even, well, we're not live scoring each match right at the moment. I do believe just simply because we're trying to run 16 tables. So they're just waiting. When we go after these two rounds, I think we go back to 8 tables. And then when that happens, we should be able to start live scoring again so that everybody at home can follow along. You're always welcome to. Some of the girls are streaming their matches. You can always go see your favorite player and find out if they're streaming their match. I can't really tell from here who that would be, but who is and who isn't streaming. But this is another great starting round, the
Well, it
2
looks
o'clock round.
like Jordan Helfery is streaming her match. She's a very promising young junior player. Is she 12 or 13 now? She is the youngest player on our tour. Very talented. So awesome to see the juniors and the talent they represent. And the future of women's pool looks very bright.
All right, so Biana is back at it. Decent shot on the three. She overhit it just a tiny bit. Should be fine. She should be able to cut the 4 to the top right corner pocket and come 2 rails out. Her decision just needs to be if she's going to try to catch the gap between the 7 and the 9 or go past the 7 and come under it. So all right, so she chose the 7-9 gap. Fell very nicely on the 6. Okay, well, I don't care if you guys go watch your favorite players, but make sure you leave the stream on. You got to make sure you leave our stream on as well.
Yes, please. You know, YouTube, we have a channel and we're providing lots of free pool for you to watch. And it's a great opportunity for you to just follow along with your favorite players. And if you're here, you know, there might be not an advantageous way for you to see everything, but you can always go back and watch the replay.
All right, it's a little roll forward on the 7. Liana's making pretty quick work of this rack. All right, and this Nineball to take the lead. Right, there you have it. Bojana, 2-1.
Hi, it's Chanel Rain, and you're watching the WPBA on YouTube.
All right, so we were talking a little bit. How do you feel about the 9 on the spot? How are you doing with it?
I am not
It's new for us.
I think I was able to make one ball in and have a good spread in the all the attempts of breaking that I did. I've been trying to practice it. You know, I
Yeah.
watched this great video of Chiang beating up on Aloysius Japp in the US Open doing the 9 ball on the spot break, and I still haven't uncovered the secret. I feel like it's a mystery to be solved. So I've tried like side break, center break, you know, it's still got to work on it. It's a work in progress. I know there's a technique.
Yeah, and Jerry, I seen that. I seen it in the last match, but I haven't been able to put it on yet. I will here in just a few. All right, so sorry about that, guys. I had to take just a second and add a microphone to a different view that we have. Thanks, Kaylee, for tuning in. Hi, Chris Hines. So, yeah, you are talking about the billiard buddy. Yeah, the billiard buddy is the flexible cue. Just so you know, too, I actually have a billiard buddy that will be a part of our Sunday swag. So if you want to stick around and wait to try to win it that way, you can. If not, please feel free to reach out.
I don't think I've seen this billiard buddy.
The billiard buddy,
Billiard
it's
buddy?
pretty cool.
Is it a bridge? Or-
Yeah, it's a cue rest.
Oh, but it's not a bridge mate.
No,
Okay.
no.
Look at
it's-
all these inventors coming up with things to help pool players of all sorts of challenges here,
Oh, yeah,
right? That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, there's so many cool things going on right now in the pool world. All right, so it looks like Pearl is sitting pretty nicely on this 5 ball. We are using the Aramith black set. So it is the pink 4 and the purple 5.
I had to tell myself pink before purple, I before you, PI before PU. Because if you go for PU before PI, it's not good. Because it's PU, not full PE.
Oh. Nope, but I do have a cue buddy from Jade David as well. All right, nice touch by Pearl. She just drags the cue ball back a tiny bit, giving her full control over cue ball. Kaylee said that's so confusing, Ada.
What, my logic or the fact that we have to remind ourselves to shoot the pink 4 before the purple 5?
All right. Nice touch. Left herself some nice angle on this black 8 ball. Should be able to drag it one rail. Could use 2 if she needs to. You see where she'd like the cue to lie. Very good about walking up behind the shot and laying her cue down to make a decision. Give herself a visual. Oh, she overcuts it. So Bojana's going to be real happy. She'll be real happy to have this. I don't know if she's fallen a bit straight. This is one of those tweener draw shots. That's what I call them.
Tween or draw?
It's kind of a tweener. It's in between where you really want to be and where you need to be.
We have some interesting analogies this morning.
Yeah. So Michael may be coming. I'm not 1,000% sure on that.
Yes, I have to figure out the schedule for guest commentators
Okay.
and for tomorrow. I'm in charge of this, so you know, if you don't like any commentators or loved commentators, please give me feedback. I would love to hear your
Just send it
thoughts.
to her Facebook inbox, though. Let's not do that in the chat.
Yeah, no, not in chat. Let's be all adults here. Come on now.
That's right. All right, so this Nineball to take the lead by 2. Biana up 3-1.
Yeah, so it's very difficult to schedule commentators because we would love to have WPBA players, but then it's really at the mercy of the schedule. So I have to work on it tonight when we figure out all the results and who is playing tomorrow. But we do have an exciting round of matches tomorrow, but 12, 2, 5, and 7, the same as today. So keep following WPBA on YouTube and make sure you have the alerts set up so when we go live, you know about it. What do you think about the 9-ball on the spot?
I think I just got the other break figured out, and now I got to start all over again. That's what I think.
I figured out the other break too. I was struggling with the 3-point rule and I got that down, and now it's like, oh,
Start over.
start over.
They're like, just kidding. Gonna make it more difficult.
And then I made a mistake in the beginning. I was like, oh, you know, I forgot that the opponent racks for you. So that
Yeah.
was the first rack. I'm like,
I did the same thing. I won the lag, and then she went to go rack, and I was like, I won the lag. She's like, I know I have to rack for you. I'm like, oh, shoot. Brain fart. All right, so there's that. All right, so unfortunately here, it looks like Biana's going to have to go rail first at this. And if she manages to miss the 6, she may get a shot on the red 3 in the side. What? Am I missing? Oh, they're pushing. She's pushing. Good shot. There is no longer, Esteban, there is no longer a 3-point rule. That has been eliminated. We don't have a break box, but we are breaking with a 9 on the spot.
but these tables are pretty fast. I think most of the players are able to get 3-point rule.
Yeah, it's funny because I actually was noticing during the matches, looking around, and a lot of the ladies were still looking to see if they were 3-point compliant. I seen them like looking, and I was like, yeah, see, I made 2 balls on the break, and I was like, I got 2 past the head string. That would have been compliant. And then I thought, that's so irrelevant, you know?
Nope.
It's
Yeah,
not relevant.
not relevant anymore.
Yeah, so no more 3-point rule for at least for now. I don't know if this is a permanent rule change or if it's just because we have to be compliant with the WPBA, correct?
Right.
When
So
we're ranking events. So
I think they're just giving us an opportunity to get used to this new breaking format, this 9 on the spot. It is definitely a technique to break well, and you know, it takes time to learn what that is and how to apply it consistently. So Bojana can go cut this ball into the right corner, which is what she's looking like. Or if she decides to play more conservative, she could just uh, do a bank safety and send that two ball out away. So she decided to do a bank safety. Although I think that wasn't the result she wanted. She had to use the bridge. So she really wanted to get that cue ball behind that clump of 8 and I believe that's the 3 there. Tough to see on the screen right now. Oh, Lonnie, someone gave you props about the scoreline graphic.
Aw, thank you. I wasn't sure if I liked it, but I've had a couple different people tell me they thought it looks good. So thank you so much.
I'm thinking it looks very Transformer-ish. Like, I'm thinking auto racing.
Vroom, vroom. These girls need to run out.
Well, it's tough because, I'm sure we've got people who are used to this 9 ball on the spot breaking, and then we got other people who are trying to figure it out. So, like myself, I feel like a lot of my matches were safety battles initially because, I didn't get something in and there's problem areas on the table.
So I do believe that these changes are probably permanent, or at least for anything that is WPA ranked, like a ranking event, because that is a world rule. So it's not a big deal for us. We've got to learn it, so we're okay with it. I think everybody's all right with it. It's just that, a lot of us had already put in crazy amount of hours on the other break. So now we're just putting in crazy amount of hours on this break.
So Pearl has an option to either draw it back or try to go like 2 rails and get position. What do you think, Lonnie, she's gonna do here?
I don't think she has a choice. I think she has to go out to the rail and back out.
Yeah, she
I
took
don't
a
think
extension. She had to think about it.
I'm not sure she has enough of the ball to hold it and draw. Yeah, good shot. Little short. She wants it to stop though.
Yeah, she wants to leave herself an angle so she get back on the 6 ball, which is at the top short rail there. So this is a standard shot for those of you who want to improve your 9 ball. This comes up all the time, so very good to practice this position to get from the 4 to the 6. This is on my list of homework, this particular shot, because it comes up all the time.
All the time.
But she's got to climb the table, though. Let's see. And avoid, like, touching anything. I mean, we are only playing cue ball foul rules, right? Not all ball foul rules.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
That was a little bit of a stretch for her to try to, get the right action and pull it back for that 6 ball. So now Bojana has a chance to do the same shot, but she's not reaching over. She actually can get her body on the table and her hands in a better position. Lonnie's trying to figure out what to eat for lunch. I should do so too. So we have an exciting calendar of events. If you want to check out wpba.com/events, there is our next event will be at Soaring Eagle in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and that's happening June 5th through 9th, I believe. Let me check the calendar quickly. Yes, June 5th through the 9th, through the 8th, sorry. Yeah, so they're going to be alongside amateur events, and really great opportunity for you who live up in that area to come out, cheer on the ladies, playing some amateur events, and really, see world-class pool because it's a WPA ranking event, and we'll have 64 international ladies, like pretty much what you see here, if not a different set of people, depending on their schedule, and super exciting. Then we also have, for the first time ever, going to be hosting in July the World 8-Ball Championships over at the Oneida Casino. That's July 4th weekend. So we'll start.
So if you don't like fireworks, watch pool fireworks. Make sure to tune in to the World 8-Ball Championships.
Yes.
Okay, we had to order our lunch while Biana runs out here. She's got this 9-ball straight into the top left corner pocket to extend her lead.
Yeah, we have a full day here. You know, I'm playing a 5. Are you playing a 5?
I think so.
So yeah, I was trying to commentate, make sure everyone is copacetic here in the chat, eat our food, and get ready for 5 o'clock round matches.
All right. Do we have... All right, we do have. We have some racking happening over here. Let's talk about our sponsors a little here. So the event sponsors are the Tsunami, RJH Custom Cues, Olhausen, Raxx Pool Room Bar and Grill, Mezz Cues. Those are the event sponsors. For the tour sponsors, we do have a new one, Classic Billiards out of Florida. So thank you to them for joining the WPBA family. Kamui, Diamond, Aramith, Simonis, The Perfect Rack, Big Family Custom Creations, Castillo Leather Goods, How Flash Carbon Fiber Shafts, and Professional How Tips, as well as the ICA training tool. And who am I missing? Aramith and Simonis. And Pearl to break.
She made a ball on the break, so she's definitely got this 9-ball on the spot breakdown. And everything looks pretty good here. Trying to figure out what may be her challenge here. Maybe it's a 4 to the 5 or the 5 to the 6. No, I'm thinking maybe 3 to the 4 because there's some traffic there she's got to avoid. So great to see everybody in the chat. Hello, Corby. So we are in New York City at Raxx Bar and Grill over in West Hempstead, Long Island for this wonderful event, the WPBA Olhausen Mezz Invitational. We have 64 ladies. It's a WPA ranking event, and I'm in my home area, so always great to see the local New York players coming out to support. So if you are in the area, please come down and watch us. Ladies, we will be wrapping this up on Sunday. So nice to see everybody in the chat, all our regulars like Superman Trick Shots. Hello. So now this is a little bit tricky position. I don't think she wanted to be here, but so now she's got to think about, does she go one rail and get positioned for this 4-ball, or she kind of go around? So it's all personal preference. I think that a great player plays within their percentages. You know, they have their journey of shots that they prefer, not prefer. Like, are you a draw player or more of a follow player? So then you just have to make sure that when you're playing matches, like, you're making the right decisions for yourself. Don't try to play like your opponent if that's not within your skill set. So I think really understanding yourself is a big part of good pool playing. So it looks like Pearl's got to bank this and go around the table. And the conditions here are amazing. They refelted the tables, very slidey. We're using the Aramith black ball set, so watch out for the 4 and the 5. It's pink 4 and purple 5. Unfortunately, I think she hit that a little too chunky, and this 4 is now laying right in front of the pocket there. So I'm thinking that Bojana's going to be able to just tic-tac-toe and follow her map and her game plan here, and it just keeping it simple. So other stops happening this year. Uh, Next month is Michigan over at Soaring Eagle. We have the World 8-Ball Championships in Green Bay, Wisconsin in July. August, we'll be heading over to Felt Billiards to play in Denver, Colorado. And then we have October is going to be Borderline Billiards, Janet's Room over in Bristol, Tennessee. November is going to be Louisville, Kentucky over at Rail Yard. So very exciting. And of course, we wrap it up at the end of the year with the Dr. Pool Classic event in Rothschild, Wisconsin. I just like how Bojana just keeps everything very simple using natural rails, not trying to force anything. I think when you're dealing with new cloth conditions, you have to make sure to keep it as simple as possible. Just really, you know, thinking about planning the angles, letting the angles do the work for you instead of trying to, you know, put a lot of spin and because it's so unpredictable. You know, spin's going to catch much later on a fast table and results are, you know, not to be expected sometimes unless you shoot in these connections all the time. Oh, great. So nice to see people confirming that they're going to be showing up. I look forward to seeing you in person in Tennessee and Kentucky, Superman Trick Shots. But she's got to watch out not to like run into this 8-ball. So she stood up. I like that she really hesitated and stood up and is starting her pre-shot routine again. Oftentimes I see beginner players, they just have a doubt in their head. They're still thinking about what to do and they just shoot through it anyway and it winds up being neither here nor there. So if you're not sure, get back up. No problem with that. I agree, NJ Pool Player. The food here is amazing. I just got some tacos and they're going to be coming for me, so looking forward to that. So Bojana can try to draw back for this 9-ball or go around the rails. So personal preference at this point. Oh no, don't tell me there's new dad jokes. Ugh. Superman trick shots. So she decided to just draw over. Keep it simple.
I actually thought she kind of stroked her back arm a little bit, like maybe she underhit that a
Oh,
tiny bit.
okay.
I think she underhit it. I mean, she's in a good spot. This is definitely a makeable ball for Bojana, but I think she meant to drag it just a little bit further.
So the scoring right now is we're doing our own scoring at the table and then reporting it back to the tournament director. We are playing with 16 tables at the same time. So I think there's a bandwidth issue, perhaps having to run all the tablets on the same network. And we definitely want to prioritize the stream and the quality of that. So unfortunately, you're going to have to wait till the round is over to get the full scores. Although the next round at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock will be 8 tables. So I think we can manage to have live scoring at the same time as they're playing.
Yeah, I do think they intend to go back. It's just that running 16 tablets at once puts a mega strain. They are on a 40-second shot clock. With 1 40-second extension per rack. All right, Tester on the 9-ball. Bojana does miss it. So she left Pearl definitely tough. Oh, it wiped its feet, but it got in there. There we go.
Wow, exciting. I'm here like looking at tacos and I completely missed all the action.
Yeah, so they could send the information to the players and the players score on the phones, but a lot of the players do not like to have their phones present while they're shooting. So I
It-
think they just eliminated that.
Isn't there a rule that you can't have your phone at the table?
Yeah, I think you're not supposed to. And a lot of the girls they stream or record their matches as well. So it makes it kind of difficult. But we'll get it back together after this round. It was just that for the first 2 rounds, because of time here at Raxx, we are playing, starting a little later in the day than usual and playing 2 rounds with 16 tables. All right, so Bojana to break, scores 4-2 in her favor. And she has broken dry. All right, so it looks like Pearl is just going to go ahead and roll this ball forward. She wants to be really mindful that she gets under the 2 quite a ways so that she can naturally get to the 3. She doesn't want to come up short. All right, needs it to go. And I think she's perfectly fine. So here you can see in the overhead view, she will be shooting the 2 into our left side pocket view. And then with a little bit of draw, she'll slide it to the right long rail. That'll land her nicely on the red 3. She's trying to make that decision. I'm sure with cutting it, she's cutting it quite a bit. It's going to have a little pace on the cue ball, but I think if she can play this just a very nice pocket speed, she could actually drag it right over to that right long rail, but it looks like she's going to go ahead and cut it with some pace. She's got to miss the 8. Definitely has to miss the 8. 2 rails out. That worked out nicely. Yeah, there we go. Nice shot. So the 8 in parentheses next to the name is the the race. So they're both playing the first one to win 8 games. Jerry, we would go get the scores around the room, but only half of the girls like we don't they don't even have the flip cards. I don't know why, but that's yeah, it's difficult. Some of them have coins. Some of them they're using the beads above the table. Some of them are some have flip cards, like, and Ada and I both had our lunch just delivered. So Ada's taking her break now to eat and enjoy her lunch. Yeah, no, some of us have flipper dudes. I went and got one of the scorecards, the flippers for my match. But I don't think the other girls have done that. Hi, Vanessa. Yeah, the link to the bracket is at digitalpool.com. It should be in the description of the video. I think I put it in there. So lots of good matches going on around the room at the moment besides this match here. You've got Donna Selman playing Monica Webb. April Larson playing Allison Fisher. Veronique Menard playing Betsy Sudholm. Janet Atwell is playing Shanna Spears. Emily Duddy is playing Kia Burwell. Margarita Fefalova is playing against Amanda Mann. Quite a few, but if you want to go to digitalpool.com and check it out, looks like Ashley Benoit is in a match with Debbie Tykert. Chanel Lorraine, I think, was playing against Brittany Bryant. She is. And then Christina Zlateva is packing up her camera, so it looks like she has probably won her first round matchup. Hey, how are you? Ilu Kibaraglu is playing Caroline Pau, the promoter from this event, one of our American stars. If you guys were looking for the bracket, Jerry Stuckert has posted it inside the chat. There's a link there. You guys can follow that link. But if not, you can go to the description of the YouTube and it will be in there as well. All right. All right, so then a nice kick safe attempt there. Caught the point on the left-hand side pocket. So it does end up, the cue ball does end up nicely, though. This is a bit of a testing shot for Pearl. She has to be mindful where the cue ball is going to track. She does look and see if it maybe might hit the 9 on the way by. It's a good look at it. Bit of a tester. The cue ball is pretty close to the rails, so she doesn't have a lot of cue ball to work with. Yeah, tough shot. Oh, and it does get in there. Thought it was sitting up for a second there. All right. Pearl definitely needs this. That was a great shot on the 8. Carly, I just looked at Allison's table and I can't see their score either. I did try to look for you. I can't tell what they're scoring with. They're using coins or beads, but I can't see it. All right, so Pearl 4-3. She's getting back in this matchup with Bojana.
I'm Christina Tkach, the #1 in the world, and you're watching WPBA on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely these ladies are grinding it out. I know the first match went a little behind schedule, so these girls did start a few minutes later than the rest of the round, but they look as though they're keeping up a pretty steady pace. They are on a 40-second shot clock with one extension per rack and 60 seconds after the break. All right, so she doesn't get anything. She doesn't make anything on the break there. We're going to see that a lot with the 9 on the spot. Yeah, I don't know if they just haven't updated it. I thought it was 4-3. Yeah, HR, it does say 4-2. Maybe they haven't updated it yet, or maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but. All right, so Ada took a quick break to go finish her lunch. So you guys are just stuck with me. What a nice shot there by Biana. Unfortunately, she clips the 2. That's difficult. She's left herself a little difficult there. I don't know if she can thin the 2 and push it in between the 3 and the 5 like that, playing a safety. I'm not sure that she didn't leave her the 2 ball. It looks as though she may have left her a shot on the 2. Right, so she's elevating. I'm guessing it should maybe just swerve around the edge of the 5 just a tiny bit. You're welcome, Carly. And she was able to jerk the cue ball up. Now, I do think she's got a pretty steep angle on this 3, but I think if she plays with some high right-hand spin, she may be able to catch the window between the 9 and the 4. Come back out. Oh, she had enough to just spin it in and hold the cue ball. Nice touch. I thought the angle looked a little steeper than that. She hit it well. Right. 2 rails out for the purple 5. Yep. Very nice touch. She seems to have this speed. She seems to have this speed down nicely.
I'm back.
Oh, Miss Ada.
I stuffed my face with tacos. I'm all happy now. Thank
Were
you.
they good?
They were good.
They
yeah.
were really good last night. I had some too. It was super yummy.
They're very good. You should eat now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to leave you folks to Ada while I enjoy my salad. You guys enjoy the show.
It looks like everything's pretty open here, so it's just a matter of making sure that she gets back to the middle of the table. And, you know, keep it simple. Yeah, we are trying to update the score. So it's a 4-3, Bojana's over Pearl. Yeah, now she just has to go 1 rail position back to the 8, like how she pointed. I like how she visually gave herself a cue as to where she wants the cue ball to land. And that actually helps a lot of people, you know, really kind of give yourself that visual so that you can know how hard to hit something. And I like to do that. I'm trying to incorporate that more often. Hello, everybody in the chat. So nice to see you all. Yeah, so correct. The score is 4-3, Bojana. So it will be 4-4 if Pearl gets out on this one. So for those of you joining us, we are at the WPBA Olhausen Mezz Invitational over at Raxx Bar and Grill in West Hempstead, New York. So happy to have a stop in my home area. So please come down and visit. The food's great. The owner, Holden Chin, really welcomes us. He's a pool player himself. So definitely a different atmosphere when you go to a pool hall that is owned by a pool player versus non-pool players. So it's always a great atmosphere for us serious players to have that set up. And she just kept it very simple. I like what she did here. Just 1 rail out. Well, 2 rails if we count the other rail. And it's now 4-4. We have a tie game, everyone. So don't miss out. We have 2 more rounds coming up, 5 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. And that'll be still on the the winner side matches. Tomorrow we'll start the 1-loss side matches at 12 p.m. So tomorrow will be the same schedule as today, 12 p.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and 7 p.m. We are using the 9-ball on the spot breaking. We are not doing 3-point rule, and you don't need to break from the box. So it's been interesting to see who has figured out how to break with this type of format and who hasn't. See, that was textbook there. Biana got the 1 ball into the side pocket. Although I think she really wanted the cue ball not to be on the bottom rail, but this, I'll accept this. Sometimes you just have to accept what the table gives you. This game is all about decisions and really making the right decisions for yourself. Oh, just wanted to mention, we just came out with a media guide. So that's on sale here. If you're in person, you could pick it up for $20. And it showcases the top 32 players that finished the year for 2024. So you get to see some tidbits like their bios, fun facts, and there's also a place for signatures. So you can approach your favorite player, get their autograph, and maybe they'll say a few words to you, and you get to meet them. There's a question in the chat about break cue weight limits during the tournament. I don't think there is a break cue weight limit as long as you're using official equipment. I mean, we are sanctioned by the WPA, and they do have a list of rules and regulations when it comes to equipment and sticking with that. So I don't believe they have any, and if they do, then the ladies are following whatever guidelines are being put forth there. So now Biana's got to do a cut shot and go back and forth and try to get back to the middle of the table so she can line up for the 6. So then she has to make sure that she goes from the 6 to the 7, which is a key shot. So happy to see all these international players showing up to New York City. We have players from 17 countries, I'm hearing. Including Taiwan, Vietnam, Switzerland, Korea, Turkey, you name it. Like, there's 193 countries in the world. I mean, not everyone has a pool player, but to have 17 countries represented is amazing. And then I get to be the pronunciation police and making sure that everyone knows how to pronounce all these ladies' names. So this is she made it much more difficult than she needed to, but this is going to be the key shot from the 6 to the 7. Kaylee Sullivan, I have not forgotten about your media guides. I'll make sure you get your media guides, and I will make sure to sign it before I send it to you. That was really nice. She just hit that so gentle. You know, she's trusting that the tables are quick and that they will do what they have to do to get the ball where it wants to be, where she plans it. So very nice. You could tell she's very used to playing in conditions like this. You know, a lot of these top players play in new cloth conditions all the time, and not as, you know, thwarted by the slide and having to adjust their game. So very important as a pool player, get on the table as soon as you can to get acclimated. That's Lonnie's word of the day is acclimation. And I'm so glad to see that we have lots of new sponsors joining the tour to help us out. Please, if you like, share and follow, we can definitely get more sponsors and provide more content and bring you free streams like this. Unfortunately, Jasmine Ocean is not in this tournament. She will probably be in the tournament for the next one as Soaring Eagle. She's defending champion, I believe. So she's got to represent and defend her crown. Oh, that was very unfortunate scratch there by Bojana, giving ball in hand to Pearl. Pearl takes the lead 5-4 over Bojana. I think their ladies are going to go on a break right now. So let's play some commercials. Let's see what Lonnie has put together.
I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so warm.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's pool, and I love them for that.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
And we're back. Thank you for watching all the commercials and supporting our sponsors. So we actually have our title sponsor Mezz and a couple commercials here related to the Mezz products, and Olhausen is also our title sponsor too. Yeah, we lowered the volume on the commercial, so thank you for pointing that out. And Pat, I'm so sorry. I think you're correct. I think Rita won. So I'm sure Jasmine is gonna want to try to take down Rita this year. So we will see over at Soaring Eagle. Yeah, Kelly Fisher as well as April Larson are over in China to play Hayball. So, you know, the ladies got to pick and choose. So many pool events going on. I just wish these promoters will kind of get together and we can have a global calendar so that we can, make sure that the ladies are together in a certain part of the world at the same time.
WPBA.
So that was a really good break by Pearl here. Unfortunately, I feel like this 3 and the 4 are a little bit tied up, and so she could elect to play safe right now, or try to play safe later on the 3 ball. Unless there's a way for her to try to free up. I mean, she could try to put some left and shoot this, and kind of knock the 4 out of the way. So we'll see what she decides to do. Well, the WPA is not going to Las Vegas. The Predator Pro Tour was in Las Vegas in February. So there was a lot of women events over there as part of Predator Pro Series, but not WPBA. Our next event is going to be Soaring Eagle next month, starting June 4th with there's probably going to be some challenge matches or some charity event. Not sure yet what's going to happen there. And then it goes on through June 8th. So that is our next big event. So if you like to come and watch us play in person, that's where we'll be. So a quick way to see who's going to be on the stream next is by going to digitalpool.com and looking up the bracket. You could go to the tournaments tab and type in WPBA, and you'll see this event be the first one, the Olhausen Mezz Invitational. And if you look in the bracket and check out table 27, that is the live stream match. So you get to see what matches are coming up for the 5 o'clock and the 7 o'clock round. Those rounds couldn't have been promoted in advance because it was dependent on the previous round's results as to who was going to be featured in the live stream. So it looks like some safety battle here. I do like to see a nice safety battle. I don't think there's any jail time going on, but still, these ladies are playing smart pool, which is something I really appreciate. So Pearl can try to go, with a nice brush save. That's what she's doing now. Trying to get it behind this 5 ball. Unfortunately, unrotated. Couldn't get it behind the 5 ball to kind of put her into jail. So Bojana has a look at this 3 ball. Oh, so thank you, Jerry Stuckard. He has announced our next match at 5 p.m. Eastern Time will be Nguyen Bích Tram versus Pia Filler. Wow, that's very exciting. Both these ladies have been playing great, so stay tuned. Wow. Bojana wanted to just play a distance safe and unfortunately scratched. These tables are tough. A lot of sliding going on there, so gotta be careful. That's why it's so important to get on the table if you're gonna go to a tournament to get used to the conditions, because they're gonna play different than your home table, for sure. Well, look at Pearl's looking very composed, so I'm expecting her to run out. I don't see too many problems at the table. I mean, besides the fact that everything's kind of spread out, and you just have to make sure that you get back to the center of the table. One thing people don't realize is the diamond tables are a little bit taller than the Brunswick table, so you can see she's getting her extension because she is having trouble reaching over the table. Extensions are, I think, one of the best inventions that have ever come out. I mean, I know there's people that are very comfortable with the bridge, but I don't really feel the cue that much. So I try to keep bridge use for really simple shots, because if I try to put any English or try to put a lot of acceleration into it, then it winds up being neither here nor there. Nicely done there by Pearl. Yeah, she just has to, one rail position, get back to the middle of the table. Keep it simple. These tables are rolling fast. Pearl is originally from Taiwan, so nice to see ladies from all these countries coming out to this event. Yeah, I like how she's like walking around the table. She's definitely have a very confident demeanor and making sure she understands where she wants to place the cue ball next after she shoots this ball. So important to plan out your shots. You never really see any top players just gunslinging it without a plan. So this is where I could tell the difference between an amateur and a professional. You should be able to like have the entire table mapped out before you start. So everyone, if you like what you see, please like, share, and follow the WPBA YouTube channel, and make sure that you're sharing it on your social networks so we can grow our audience. I mean, thank you all who have done that, and we certainly have grown our audience, but we definitely could use more likes, shares, and follows. And we have Lonnie Fox Raymond back in the booth. How was your lunch?
Quick. It was very quick.
Did you even taste that salad? It looked like you inhaled it.
I was so hungry. I actually didn't even finish it. I went and gave the other half to my husband.
Oh, that's teamwork there.
Yeah, it was yummy. I mean, it was so good. I didn't really want to share, but I felt like if I ate, if I ate the whole thing, because it was pretty good size. If I ate the whole thing, I was gonna be, it's like gluttony, right?
Or food coma at 5 o'clock when you have to play.
Yeah, I don't want that out there. All right, so it looks like Pearl has made the 9, so
up 6-4. Wow.
A little back and forth action at the beginning parts of this match, but it looks as though Pearl may be pulling away just a tiny bit.
Well, it's now Bojana's opportunity to try to close the gap here. It's her break.
All right, so she's breaking from the side. Cueing low. Let's see at what pace she puts. She's going to try to pinch the one in the side. She hits it really well.
She did.
Great starting shot on the 2.
What I'm trying to figure out is like how full on the 1 ball you should be hitting, or how much like of the piece of the 1 ball you should be hitting. That's the real question here. These are these little details that these top players have to figure out when they're breaking and applying English and really honing their game.
Yep. Yeah, well, and I think it depends on, because we don't use the break box, right?
Yeah.
So it depends on where you place the cue ball, what speed you intend to hit the rack with, and so that would make a big difference as to how much you're cutting or not cutting at the 1. But the goal is to pinch the 1 into the side pocket and hope you get a shot on the 2. Because the 2's random now, so it's not placed at the bottom of the rack. It'll be different every rack. So whereas before, we would try to play for the break on the 1, making the wing ball. every time with the one on the spot. Now we're changing it a little bit, but I will say that I think the ultimate goal is always to try to pinch the one into the side. All right, nice touch there. She's going to fall a little straight on this 5 ball, but it shouldn't be a big deal other than maybe where the cue ball lands. Let's see.
I don't think she has to really do much because the 6 there, she could go in the side pocket or go in the corner depending how she lands. And then the 7 is by the corner pocket there. So gotta keep it simple.
Yeah, I think it's in her best interest just to move the cue ball as little as possible, unless she feels comfortable and she can dig in and go 2 rails and out, but I don't think she needs to. Just roll it in. She is going to leave the cue close to the rail, though, so she might not have a lot of room. Not terrible. Not terrible bad. Should be able to just roll this in. She may have to take a little bit longer shot on the 7, but it's pretty close to the pocket. She's elevating.
I think she's going to try to stop shot this.
She's going to try to shoot the stop shot. Nice.
She kind of stunned it over a little bit, but I mean, it's, you know, she's got to take what she gets there because she was on the rail.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh. Is she too close to her work?
She's pretty close.
Look at this shot. Pink straw it? I don't know. Play safe? Decisions.
Something.
Oh, there's referee. We have Dean Raisler coming, the tournament director, to watch the hit here.
Just 2 selfies. 2 selfies. Sorry, guys. I let someone borrow my phone. You know that he got his phone stolen at the 7-Eleven.
In New York?
Yeah.
You know, can't be country bumpking over here. Like, seriously, you need to watch out for your stuff.
He's from Denver. He's not a country bumpkin.
He's from California.
Well, I know, but I mean, he's living in Denver. Isn't he in Colorado right now?
No, he was in Colorado for the, there was a Dr. Pool, I'm sorry, there was a Billiards PBIA training session. No, he lives in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, can't be in New York. You need to have street smarts, full 360 awareness of all times.
Well, that didn't work out for him. And his ID was in his phone case.
I don't know if this is for his first time in New York. You know, I wish I had known. I would have warned him because, you know, I'm from here. You know how it is.
Yeah, don't set anything down in the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, no. That's like a sketch place, too. No. This is not Japan's 7-Eleven where it's like a paradise.
All right, so she's going to shoot this. It looks as though she's just going to allow the cue ball to go back and forth.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think she was in the middle on what she wanted to do with the cue ball there.
Can Bojana see it? Oh, I'm sorry. We were talking about someone else, not Dean, in that exchange about where he was living.
Yeah, no.
We had like a guest appearance from a mutual friend, Sean.
He made this really fun post on his Facebook that he used AI, and he told the AI to make it you know, spunky like Emily Fraser. And then it was such a great post. I was like, I loved it. He's like, it's all AI. I'm like, that's fantastic.
Oh, we had a hiccup there.
Yeah, we are struggling a little. Internet seems to be doing okay, but it's a little jumpy right now. I'm not sure what that's all about, but the unfortunate part is that sometimes we are at the mercy of the internet gods.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if there's a replay of
That's
that
the
8
second
ball.
9 ball that she's missed. It's gonna cost her. Oh, something's definitely going on. Do you see how jumpy it is?
Yeah.
We're not dropping any frames though. That's why I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Very strange.
This is a tough mass A shot. Or what would you play a safe here, Lonnie?
I don't know. She's on the good side. I mean, she's on the left side of the 9 ball. I mean, if she's gonna go for it.
Well, she's also got to be careful so avoid scratching in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, that's
that
tough.
Yeah, she hit that a little thick. Biana has a chance right now to lessen the deficit here. She's just got to make sure she just smoothly strokes this in. When it's new cloth, gotta be smooth about everything.
I would agree with you, Ozone. Absolutely. Oh boy.
Oh, watch out.
Oh boy. Oh.
Wow.
Oh my. Well, little drama.
That was so dramatic. I need popcorn.
A little drama. Nothing wrong with a little drama in everybody's life.
All right. We have.
Okay. Sorry about that, Aid. I didn't mean to shush you. I was, but I realized that I was going to play that, and I didn't know if it was going to do any crazy sounds, so I was like waiting to see if I needed to adjust mic source volume.
Oh, okay. No worries. This is still early on. I don't know if you had much time to test the new system and everything for this event.
I have not had, and so I definitely have been a little behind the ball. You know, sometimes life stuff gets in the way, so I was setting up just a few days before the event, so I feel as though I'm a little discombobulated. I'm not quite acclimated to my surroundings and to some of the
Ooh.
stuff that we usually do with the stream. So she lost the cue ball in the right-hand side pocket. Bojana's asking for someone to come and remove the rack. Must be the 9 is sitting right on the rack.
Is it kosher to get your opponent to help you? Probably not. Just get the referee. Another glimpse of tournament director Dean Raisler, also acting referee for this event. Oh, Superman Trick Shots wanted you to say your signature line.
Oh, I'm sure I will at some point. No worries, Brian. All right, so Biana comes to the table with a ball in hand. It's a nice way to start a pretty open rack.
Yes, indeed. Just make sure you gotta plan your run out and stick to the plan or adjust if you need to.
So we are using the Aramith Black series of balls. So we're using the pink 4 and the purple 5. Now, I don't know, and it looks as though the 5 does not go past the 6 in the top left, so she's looking to line up to shoot it to the top right. So here she could just use a little bit of a high ball. She could even add a little bit of right hand spin if she'd like. All right, great touch by Bojana.
Yeah, I think she should just stop shot or stun it over so she get position for the 6 ball.
Now, what do you think because of having a stretch to the cue? Oh, she's going to draw it just a tiny
Yeah,
bit.
just a little bit because she wants to be back in the middle of the table.
All right. Well, looks like almost like she decelerated a little in that stroke. I'm not 1,000% sure that the position there was intentional.
I think she was concerned, like, if she were to hit it with full acceleration, she might rattle in the pocket because it is playing a bit sensitive right now, and she had a couple of situations where she rattled a ball or scratched unintentionally.
Ozone, thank you so much for your donation to the stream. We do appreciate that. Speaking of donations, there's a few different ways that you can donate to the WPBA stream. You can do it right through your YouTube chat. See, I told you guys I'm not there yet. YouTube chat, there's a little money symbol next to your chat box. That little money symbol will allow you to send us a super chat. If you do that, we'll give you a shout out on the stream. You can also go to WPBA.com and click on the donate here. And actually, there's a tab before that, isn't there? Like,
I think
ways
so.
to get involved, or
I think that has something to do with, like, you go to the store maybe, and then
okay.
It's been a while. I haven't been on the site recently, and I'm sure there are changes. But the most exciting part about the site is the events section. So we get to see where we're going to next. So for those of you who like to follow us and be our groupies, either following us on YouTube by supporting our streams or showing up in person, we've got lots of exciting events happening the rest of the year. Oh, she got a lucky brush there because she might have been on top of that 9-ball. Yeah, I agree with you, Benjamin. 4 and the 5. We always have to be mindful that they're different colors with this Aramith black set. Pink 4, purple 5. And now we have a tied game, 6-6 for Bojana and Pearl here. No one's, laying down and dying. They're fighting. I like to see this.
A little bit of grind. That's the best, though. And it's his first round matchup, so this is definitely difficult. Like, first, as well as anyone, Ada, the first round, you just don't know who's going to show up.
Right.
You're like, is my inner Efren going to be at the table today, or is Helen Keller showing up? And
oh, my goodness.
Drilling them into the rail, you know what I mean? You just never know. You got to find out.
Helen Keller.
Mm-hmm.
Lonnie, your comparisons are hilarious.
You just never know. All right, so Biana to break.
Look at this. I think this is the most consistent breaking I've seen. Again, drilling that 1 ball into the side pocket.
Unfortunately, no shot on the 2.
She can always elect to push out. Oh, it looks like we're playing the young up-and-coming juniors, Savannah and Sophia, in our next round. It's going to be a good match. I think she's going to do a kick and stick. What do you think, Lonnie?
Well, I don't think she has much of a choice. So I would think that if you got to hit it. Oh, she might drain it. What do you say?
Wow.
Oh,
What is that like a that's an instant replay.
maybe if I got it. Let's see while she's looking. If you know, you got to hit it. Oh, she might drain it. What do you say?
Wow.
And we got it.
Wow.
It's a nice kick on that.
Now she's got herself a good angle to get back on the pink 4. That's where she wants to go next. Just like that. Just float that 4 in so she could get to this purple 5 in the bottom rail here. And that's just natural angle to get to the 6 and then the 9. So very nice shot indeed.
All right, we're sitting nicely. Bojana's sitting nicely to get on the hill first here with these 3 balls. Tough starting match for both of these ladies.
She hit that so soft. She's trusting that the table's fast. Now, would you try to stun it over or go 1 rail? What would you do here, Lonnie?
I think I would just make it and stun it just a tiny bit. Doesn't have to do anything crazy. Doesn't need to be super aggressive. I think staying in the line of the shot is just smart right now. Well, she drew it. All right. That's a great shot, too.
That's a great shot.
I didn't think she had that angle, actually.
Yeah, I know. We see things differently from the commentary booth versus the players at the table.
All right. So, Biana on the hill, 7-6 over Ching.
Let's see. Will Bojana clean up and win? Or is it going to be Hill Thriller?
Everybody likes a Hill Thriller.
Yes.
Everybody but the player.
But the players, yes.
I do. I have my little Hill graphic. It's in there. Shout out to Frank Mioletti from PA Pro-Am, who's sending me a bunch of cool stuff.
Well, you probably have more cool stuff I haven't seen yet for this stream.
Not a ton for this one, just because life had a whole lot of things planned for me back home in between these last events. So
you are a busy lady.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a rough couple months.
The table is fast, let me tell you, and slidey, so you got to be careful. Understanding the speed is paramount in this event.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, and the one gets pushed closer to the hole. She does break dry. I feel as though she's broken dry almost every time.
I don't know if she's familiar with this Nineball on the break format. So yeah, very interesting to see who has the technique about this or who hasn't. Yeah, I'm still doing my homework on how to do a better 9-ball on the spot break. Oh, that's a smart shot. Use all those as blockers. Wow. That's a great defense.
Very nice shot.
She's like, I'm not giving up my lead by doing something silly. Gotta play defense right now. I don't know. This is some trickiness. Does she go for the kick or if she goes for the jump? I'm thinking this jump is a little too close for comfort unless she's got a good stick and can have a good elevation.
She's going. She may only have a portion of the ball to get over, though.
Yeah, true. So it's air pearl.
Oh, nice try. She got over it. Good shot.
Oh.
All right, so she did get fortunate there and tie up the 4. So Biana now has some things to work on. Or that's the 5.
That is the 5, the purple 5.
Yeah.
Kind of very close in comfort with the orange brown. I'm sorry, the brown 7. I'm saying all sorts of colors that are not correct right now. Oh, look who's in the chat. Frank Maialetti says he's bringing the party tomorrow. We definitely could use commentating help. I'm in charge of the schedule, so we'll be talking.
All right, so she's going to bring this back out. Great shot. Just needed to get towards the center of the table. She's done really well with that. Aw, thanks.
So please remember to like, share, and follow so that we can continue bring free streams for you.
Right, so she's trying to stay under the pink 4. She may have traveled just a bit too far. Let's see. Yeah, that's tough.
She might try to go 3 rails around. 4 rails? If she's feeling brave. I don't think that's the right move, though. She might be playing a safe instead. You think she can see this purple 5?
Not from there, but she can cross bank this 5 and come down, get underneath the 9 and potentially have a 2-way shot.
One pocket. Let's go.
She might also be able to just bank it out of there and stick it onto the 7. Stick Q onto the 7.
Oh, trickiness there.
I can't tell how much she has of it. Yeah,
she did what you said.
She doesn't want to make it, though.
Oh, no. She does not want to make it.
It was almost a natural 3-railer. I was a little concerned about that, but just as I was getting it out, she was doing it. So here we are.
I think she can kick and make it. Now she's just kind of like, do I let the position get the best of me, or do I make the best of this position?
All right, good effort. Unfortunately, she doesn't make it in the top right. Kicks it around. Looked like she might be making it in the left side pocket. Didn't work out.
Well, she has given an opportunity for Pearl to tie up the game and make it a hill thriller. Let's see if she can close this out. So she's got to decide, does she want to try to draw this a little bit and keep the cue ball in the center of the table, or she wants to go a few rails around? Personal preference.
Definitely take your time. She did use her extension.
Oh no.
Nice effort. She may get away with it, and she has. No, I can't tell here, but can she get
Just to
comfortable?
massate it
I
around.
was gonna say, can she get comfortable enough to jump at this ball, or or swerve around the
Yeah,
7?
swerve it.
Another option here would be to kick 2 rails underneath the 6 and kick it up table and try to get it to the top short rail.
Looks like she's getting her jump stick though.
She's going to the air. So she's a Longoni sponsored player, so I would believe that her jump cue is also a Longoni. Ooh, nice try. She needs to get a bit of a roll on this one. She manages to tie the 9 up onto the 8. Although that's movable, I actually think if you wanted to be offensive here, you could cut the 6 to the top right corner. Then use the cue ball to knock the 9 out of there. You're going to have to accept a longer shot on the 7, but...
I'm thinking she's going to go defensive, but...
And you can do that as well.
Nope.
Nice shot.
Use
She
those
hits it well.
blockers.
Yep, she has lots of options there. She is not on the hill, so I don't blame her. I don't blame her for attempting to, just play the smarter shot there. She doesn't want to give the match away. Okay, so Biana does make a good hit. It's legal, unfortunately. She lays the 6 right in front of the top left corner.
She has to negotiate around this 8-9. And also this 8-9, I think the 8 only has like one pocket available for it to be made. So be curious to see if she decides to knock this out a little bit or kind of go around it. I don't know if she was trying to solve this problem here, but it looks like, she's got to be very precise and get herself back to the upper left corner there for position for the 8 ball. I mean, it looks pretty natural, so she just has to make sure she strokes through and smoothly through the 7 ball. Oh, she decided to go for safe. I think that was a very smart shot.
All right, so while Bojana is waiting, just so you guys know, the shot clock does stop and pause if someone is waiting for you know, a player on the table next to them. They don't get penalized for that. So I'm sure the shot clock is resumed at this point. This is tough. She can spin it if she'd like. Try to get the cue ball under the 8. Just like that. She needs it to travel, and I think she's done it.
Oh, wow.
Beautifully played shot.
Amazing.
Jay David, we are not playing. They may have started the match, but we're not playing, obviously. That match is slated for 5 p.m. So we'll have a small lunch/dinner break after this round right here, and then we'll be back in action at 5 p.m.
Also, if you're from a different time zone than Eastern Standard Time, it may not be showing the correct times for you.
Oh, so close. All right, so she's looking. She wants to be on this left long rail with the cue for the 8 ball. So she's going to set it up to shoot the 7, probably in the side. She could also play it in the corner and track forward with a high ball. This one's kind of a preferential shot, like as to whether or not you want to use the rail to slow the cue ball down, or if you just want to naturally flow forward. Everyone's a little different on these.
Yes, I like to flow forward.
Good afternoon, Jason. Thanks for tuning in.
Looks like that's what she's doing now.
Absolutely. Nice little stun follow stroke there. Came up a little shorter, I think, than she intended, but it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, so sometimes if you're in Central Standard Time, you'll see the bracket times in Central Standard Time instead of where the event's being played. We're at East Coast time. So it is currently 4:05 p.m. over here.
I think she may be playing a containing safety here.
I think that'll be a smarter shot.
Oh, just simply because she didn't quite get there positionally.
Oh, I think she got away with it. You can't see it. Pearl's got a kick.
Looks as though she's lining up to go 2 reels underneath the 8. Right, so she does make a good hit. Definitely legal.
She left it a little funny, though.
Yeah, a little bit. She has to cut it in the corner. She does have to play it with some draw to slide it past the side pocket to avoid the scratch. She's going to get down and look at it again. She wants to really make sure. This is difficult. Right, so she's definitely cueing low on the cue ball. So she's going to shoot this ball in the top right corner, drag the cue, just like that, but she misses
Oh,
the
no.
ball. Ooh. So Jerry made a comment in the chat that Brittany advanced, both her and Ashley. They did the first match. Both the first match commentators won. So that's great. All the commentators for the first 2 rounds today won their matches. It's fantastic.
That's amazing.
See, girls, all you have to do is jump in the stream and do a little commentary. No, I'm playing. I'm joking, guys. All right, so there we go. She has.
Well, I'm sure the fans appreciate new voices, new personalities. You know, we're not robots. We're here to talk to you and tell you a little bit about pool. So it's always nice to have new faces in the booth.
All right, so it looks as though she's taking her time, making sure that she, you know, sees all the possibilities there.
Wow,
All right.
Hill. We need your graphic.
Oh, Frank, this one's for you, bud. Hill Thriller. Ta-da. Oh, Jason Money, thank you so much for your donation to the stream. We appreciate you. Without you guys and the donations that you guys give, I actually wouldn't even be here doing this. So thank you for doing that.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so I don't know if they're waiting on racking, if there's a little bit of a break, but we'll throw a quick.
There's a little bit of a break.
We're going to take a quick, you guys. I'm going to adjust the sound as I go, so bear with me. All right, guys. So it looks like Pearl has come back from her break. The score is 7-7. Should be a Hill Thriller. We'll throw that action up there. Dun, 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 dun. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. These ladies are making it interesting. I am never mad about a super interesting match. So it looks as though it will be Bojana's break. If you're just tuning in, the opponent does rack now. We are playing with a 9 on the spot.
So there's a question about Allison Fisher and Tina Larson's match. So Allison Fisher emerged victorious in that matchup.
Who's going to be our next match on the stream at 5 o'clock, Ada?
It's going to be Nunbik versus Pia Filler.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. So Big Drum is from Vietnam, right? And Pia's from Germany. So that's going to be a really nice matchup. Oh, wow. Good break by Bojana. Good time to have a good break.
I need to go study Bojana's breaking. Be up front and center and watching her what she does.
You have had a front row seat to her breaking the whole match.
Yes. No, I mean like even closer because I feel like the monitor can only show so much.
Right. We only see so much with the monitor.
She's taking her time evaluating. I think the 4 to the 5 is going to be the key shot here. Pink 4 to the purple 5.
No worries, Jude. Thank you. Hello from Spring Hill, Florida. Thank you for tuning in. We are in West Hempstead, New York.
Yes, in Long Island. So we're about 1 hour away from Manhattan. And, well, with traffic, sometimes it could be an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how you go.
Yeah, it can be brutal.
It is. I mean, we're not that far away, but because of the traffic, crazy.
It can feel like you're really far away.
So I like to travel off peak hours, because otherwise it's very quick. Now, would you go 3 rails around for this position? How would you just like 1 rail? This is the tricky 4 to the 5.
Well, it looks as though she's swinging it around. She's gonna try to go 1, 2, 3 rails around for the 4 or the 5. I apologize.
This is where we need one of those pens on the screen to draw lines.
I actually been working on that too. I just didn't have any time. It was a rough couple months.
Oh.
All right. There we go. Now she did leave Pearl's sight on the pink 4, but I don't think she's got a ton of offensive. She could potentially bank it towards this side pocket, bringing the cue ball around 2 rails, which might also play a safety, like a 2-way.
Oh, and everyone, the score is 7-7, not 7-6. So this is hill. Whoever wins this rack wins the whole shebang of this match.
Yeah, and someone said in the chat there is an extra extension on the hill match, the hill rack. If they do manage to get to there, they get 2 40-second extensions if needed. Right, nice shot.
Not jail, though.
Not jail.
Not jail. Still very good defensive, but I think it was very hard to ask for jail in that situation.
No. Hi, Vision. Thank you for tuning in.
Long Island? I'm not from Long Island. I mean, I'm from New Jersey.
Joyzy.
New Jersey. I don't pronounce it like that. I'm only just doing it for effect now. Oh no.
Right, so looks as though the pink has traveled past the edge of the side pocket. Kind of get a look at that.
It's a little past the side pocket, though.
Don't forget, folks, if you guys are watching, we would appreciate the likes and the subscribes. So if you're new to watching WPBA Billiards, please take a second to subscribe. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it does help us out drastically. Sorry about that. And you make sure you hit the thumbs up button for the match.
And if you're feeling very generous, you can give us a donation.
All right, cue ball needs to slow it down. Wow, she got a great speed.
Wow, look at that cue ball control.
Great shot by Pearl.
Pearl is out for blood. Are there any plans for WPBA in Florida? Not this year. We have set our calendar for this year. Maybe next year? Not sure yet. Depends on if there is a venue that is willing to have us be there.
We did pick up a new sponsor.
We did. So maybe the venue is large enough to have
Yeah.
us.
Maybe someday they'll bring us there.
Which exit on New Jersey? 16. If you know what that is and where that is.
Pat's like, I know where that is.
On the Turnpike, 16.
All right, so she's taking the extra time. Oh, nice. She's sitting at a decent position here. Now she just doesn't want to fall straight. She could decide to stay over it. She could try to draw it straight back out where she just laid her cue. She has a couple different ways of leaving herself angle on this 8, but the one thing she doesn't want is straight in.
New sponsor, I think, is Classic Billiards over in Florida. WPBA is not going to Vegas this year. Predator Pro Tour was in Vegas in February, so that is the last of the Vegas stuff happening this year.
All right, what a nice touch there by Pearl and this 9-ball to sneak through and get that hill thriller.
Yes. We need at least 8 tables for an event. And 16 is the tunnel exit, you're correct.
All right, there we have it.
Congratulations, Shui Ching, otherwise known as Pearl. She takes the victory over Bojana Sarac.
All right, so thank you to Miss Ada Leo for staying in the booth with me for this matchup. We're going to reboot the stream. We've got Big Drum and Pia Filler coming up next on the WPBA Billiards on YouTube. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you are watching the 2025 Olhausen Raxx Mezz Invitational. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so you get notified when we go live. I will be rebooting. At 5 o'clock, we will be back in action.